I also don't think Mariah the Scientist is safe. I don't feel like she's safe at all.
She's not.
Like, that pool, that was straight out of a Tyler Perry movie.
And they wanted to interview her.
Yeah. Straight out of a Tyler Perry movie.
Like, she's getting her little buzz. She just dropped a single that everybody loves, Burning Blue. Like, let her get her little interview off. She's on the rise to stardom. You have already risen to superstardom. Let her have her shine in her moment, sir. Look like a serial killer with that mask and that bag. I was disturbed.
This is going to be Diary of a Light-Skinned Black Woman. Like, this is what's going to happen. Tyler Perry saw that instant on the red carpet, and he's writing his new movie right now. It's going to be like the character's going to be Thug Young. That's who it's going to be. And Mariah the Chemist. That's going to be there. You know that. You know he was sitting there waiting.
It's going to be Soraya the Chemist.
He's sitting there. You seen that speech he gave? He was sitting there ready to write that story.
Yeah.
He going to get Britney to play her.
So there are things that we need to get into more about the BET Awards. It's Tyler Perry.
I was trying to let it slide into there.
Yeah, because Tyler Perry, so he came up and gave this speech, and he was basically like, thank you, Negroes, for always making my movies number one. I write movies about you desperate, dumb black and you desperate, dumb black keep giving me money.
I put footprints in the sand.
We'll get into that because I didn't want to play because it's so like egotistical and like delusions of grandeur. Like that's what his speech gave me. Other than like he does put a lot of money into black people's pockets.
Oh, he reminded us of that.
Of course, he's always going to remind us of that. He's always going to remind us that he took his shit to Atlanta and made his own table instead of begging for a seat at the table.
And he's going to tell us that he made more black millionaires than any studio, which I don't know if that's true.
You gave Cicely Tyson $1 million.
Once. That's probably her first million, though.
It was.
So, I mean.
Yeah, it was symbolic. That's why he did that.
Yeah.
So he continues by saying, and you, let me stop saying dumb black bitches. You are going to make my next movie number one. So he announces that he's putting out Divorced Sisters. You literally cannot make this shit up. This is an episode of the Boondocks.
He hated that show.
He got up there and said, I'm making a movie called Divorced Sisters. Tyler Perry needs to be locked up for his crimes against black women.
So let me ask you a question. Who do you think spoofed Tyler Perry better? Boondocks or Atlanta?
Ooh,
Atlanta was good.
I think Atlanta was a little bit more like fleshed out in the way they spoofed him.
I would say they were both as fleshed out. They literally had a backstory in the Boondocks for him. Where they talk about why he put the wig on.
You cannot find the episode.
It's still. I mean, I can show you where it's at. It's not going to be in no official places, but I can.
Okay.
But yeah, he was upset.
Atlanta, it was hilarious. Mr. Chocolate.
It literally only that was one of the first times the Boondocks episode came on that one night and never came on again. Like it was literally never again.
That's crazy. Tyler Perry has power.
Well, I think he was with Warner during that time. I want to say.
Okay.
Because I think that's where he did the Alex Cross movies and all that stuff with. I could be wrong, but I think he was with them, and he was like, "I'm never going to put a movie out with you guys if you don't get rid of this."
So, yeah, he announces that, and then he goes into like a little anecdote about him and his son being on the beach, and his son taps him and is like, "Papa, look, I'm following in your footsteps in the sand," and he's like 3 years old.
Oh, that's a lie. That story is a lie.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're going to do that, though. When
pretentious nonsense, huh?
You're going to do that when we have kids, though. You're going to make up the little lie like,
no, I'm not.
Yes, she's like, she came up to me and said,
shut your goddamn mouth.
Mommy, I love that you work so hard. You're such an empowering black woman. You're my Harriet Tubman.
I want to punch you in your face.
You're my Harriet Tubman.
I want to punch you right in your nose.
You showed me freedom, mommy.
Like,
hey, is Tyler Perry Jesus?
That's what he was trying to make it seem like. And then he was like, they trying to erase our footsteps. They taking books out of the schools and
try to clean it up.
And I was like, what are we getting at here? You just announced Divorced Sisters. Like, do you care about the plight of the black people for real? I don't know. It seems like sometimes you do, sometimes you're going to use the plight of the black people to benefit, because that's all you do is make black trauma.
But see, that's the thing. Because he's true in what he's saying. They trying to change the naval boat that got Harriet Tubman name on it.
Yeah.
The DEI shit. So, I mean, he's speaking to a truth. But, like, when I think of, like, what we see, especially now with, like, black directors and horror films, and the fact that we never got, like, a legit different kind of movie from Tyler Perry, to me, it feels as though, like, it's either the fact that you aren't empowering other people and other visions.
He's not. We know he's not. We know he's writing, directing, producing. Like, he's doing everything on his own.
But what I'm saying is that, like, that just shows your limitations as a creator. And it's just, I feel like that is more his story in the long run than it is his success with these movies.
There's never any nuance. It's just struggle.
Like,
this lady is struggling.
I read the synopsis for Straw.
She's struggling
the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the first 11 minutes of the movie, landlord didn't talk shit about her, daughter's sick. You know what I'm saying? She about to get kicked out. Like, it's crazy.
Yep.
Top of the morning. Then come to find out, it's all a dream. The girl done died weeks ago. Oh, you didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, shit. My bad. I thought you watched it.
I don't think I was going to.
I didn't think you were either, though, but I thought you had already watched it.
No, I'm not rushing to watch Tyler Perry films.
Yeah, it comes out that she just had been so stressed out for losing her daughter that she forgot about everything that she lost her and just started imagining and hallucinating.
Damn.
And then she, like, robbed a bank. Real shit. This is what I'm saying. Like, you're a horrible person. Because this nigga tried to say, because he just got called out about it, I guess, in a recent interview, and he tried to say, like, I'm telling the stories of my mom and my aunts. Your aunts never hallucinated and robbed a bank, my nigga.
I've heard him say that these are important stories to tell, and nobody else is telling these stories and blah. Nobody else is telling these stories because they're not important stories to tell. No, you're not teaching people lessons. I remember my mother took me to see Four Colored Girls. She was like, this is an important film for you to watch as a black woman. I was like, okay, mommy, I'm going to go see it with you. And then Michael Ealy threw 2 kids off of an apartment story. He threw the kids died. I was like, what is happening? After somebody got graped, before somebody else got like HIV. I was like, what?
Yo, Tyler loved to throw HIV on niggas.
On black women.
He threw it on a nigga too. Remember, that was the nigga who was giving it to him.
Oh, yeah. Because it was just so many convoluted, fucked up storylines in that movie, and it was so unnecessary for me to watch, and I never saw it again. Hold on. Because he announced a second movie, Medea's Destination Wedding. We'll leave that where that is. At least Medea's finding love. I don't know. He's probably a criminal too.